We are live. We are live in two different channels.
Ooh,
John
so exciting.
Ferris trying to reconnect.
Oh, it's happening.
All right. Well, I'm live with my community, and I will let you go first, John.
Hi, everybody. My name is John Ferris, and I am here with my dear friend Raquel, and I just have so much respect for her, and she has graciously offered to spend a little time with me, and she's been really attracted to my work in the past, and we were just going to have a little visit with the amulets that she has for me, and we can just let this flow and be organic, right?
I know. Hi, Ron. Hi, Adriana. Hi, Seth. I love you guys. Yes, what luck I found you live. I know, I never do lives. That's why you don't find me.
How about that?
I just want to say that I've already done a few videos with John, and I was just telling him this morning that I don't do a lot of videos with a lot of people. I just, the pace of my work and just the different alignments and synchronicities. But John is just someone that I love
Oh,
to do videos with. I feel that you are so amazing, and every time I bring John on live, my community adores you.
oh my gosh,
Seriously.
I'm so honored. Yeah, this is really special for me as well.
So here we are, and I just for anybody that doesn't know, for my community, because we're shooting this in two different
Yeah,
Instagrams.
yeah.
He's doing it for his community, and I'm doing it for mine.
Yeah.
So
She is world famous. Okay, for my community that may or may not know this woman, she is a world famous astrologer, and I just again just have so much respect and admiration for the the service that she brings to the world through her work. And we just have so much fun together when we do videos. So
I know,
yeah.
and we're neighbors. I mean, we've already literally lived just like a couple houses down to each other, and we live in Sedona together. So every time we get together and talk, we're like, why don't we make another video? So
Right?
here we are. So for my community that doesn't know yet, John Ferris is a crystal visionary artist, and he is just, I mean, you talk about me being world famous, John. To me, you are cosmically famous.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
John's work is so unique, and that's just kind of like what I wanted to talk about in this video, and just talk about the different pendants that I have from him, because I actually have some stories around it. And I thought that maybe this Sunday we could do some story time, story
Right?
sharing, and talk about some beautiful pendants and crystals.
Right? So
You want to say something?
I guess for those of you that don't know me, I got started on this path in 2010. It was basically a trick from the universe. I was living in Northern California at the time, and I wasn't planning on making these amulets. And I bought this amulet at a friend's shop and fell in love with it. It was not even on my radar to begin that. And the next day, long story short, she asked me to bring it back. It was her partner's, and I was like super heartbroken. So I was like, okay, I'm going to learn how to make one of these for myself. This is how the whole thing got started for me. And within a month, I self-taught myself, and then I realized I had this gift for this. And then down the road, after 12 years or so now of doing this, I have come to know that they have a lot of energy to them, and they have a lot of, they really work with your aura and your biofield, and I feel like people that are attracted to my work really have, they're stepping into a new level of their life, and I call them talisman, and so.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I was contemplating on how incredible that before you did this. Do you mind if I share?
Oh, please, yeah, of course.
John Ferris, before I get all excited. Share a secret with you. John Ferris used to be a chef. A chef.
Yeah, I was an executive chef in Alaska, and tree climber, and Humboldt.
Yeah, and John Ferris is, I just feel like he has this part of him that has always been connected with beauty. And to me, beauty in the purest essence of the word is very high vibrational. it's that one universal language of harmony and order. So people that are really in touch with organic beauty, this is very special, especially nowadays, right?
Yeah,
Because
indeed.
there's so many different types of beauty and art that we can create, but the true essence of beauty is a gift when people have that. And John has, I looked at his chart, and he just has the signature where he can look at something or someone and just know. So the pendants that John creates are actually very high vibrational. Not only he has this eye for beauty that allows him to, create these beautiful pieces, but there is something about the way, I mean, I don't even know how to explain it. To me, the first time I looked at it, I'm like, DNA. Something was happening. It was like the pendants were communicating with the DNA. And I'm going to go ahead and show one of them here as you can explain a little more. As you can see, this is just one of them that I have. These are mine.
Yeah.
And
Come over to my feet there too. Quick.
into your feet. And I just
we
want
go.
to show this coil, but it's not zooming in correctly.
There we go.
Oh, yours is showing much better.
There we go. So the coils are the amplifiers of the frequency of the crystal. And as we all know, crystals have their own vibration to them. And so I've been doing the coils since the beginning of my journey with the art here. And the weaves are kind of a new thing, actually, within the last 6 years or so that I started doing the weaves. And the weaves act as antennas for different frequencies, and you can see that it's graduated. So, and I've never made any design plans. This is all divinely guided and intuited. I get in my studio, clear my energy. And it was interesting in the beginning when I started. I would put a couple. I get it, the download for the first part of it, put that part on, and then I would wait for the next information to come. And it's like, okay, put a coil here, make this bend here, and sometimes I would look at them and I'm like, oh my God, this looks terrible. What's going on here? And then I would get this word trust. And I'd like, okay, I'll keep going. And then a couple moves later, it was just unbelievable how they just kind of come together at the end. And like I said, I've never made any design plans for any of these, not one, for the whole 12 years that I've been making them. And
Is it showing there too?
yeah, you're good to go.
I wish people could see this closer and more clear. What is like your website or Facebook or something where people can see this, John?
Okay, johnferrisvisionaryarts.com, and if you come, if you maybe just come in close on yours. Let's see here.
It doesn't look like it's not focusing very well for some
Right.
reason.
Gotcha.
But there's so many details to this. It's really impressive. So I personally, I wanted to share some stories around my experiences with these.
Please do.
Can I?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
think I've heard.
He
all
doesn't
of them.
even know what I'm going to say.
I have no idea.
So John and I last weekend we went for a little brunch, and we were chatting, and I said, John, just a couple days ago I came across this write-up that I had written a few years ago in one of my journals, just my personal experiences in journals, and there it was, a very profound experience that I had with his pendants. So I told him, and I said, I would love to share that with you and maybe even with your viewers. So he hasn't heard it yet, and I'm here to share the story.
Right.
But those of you that know me from my community know that I work a lot with, a lot of spiritual energies, and there is this aspect of me that is very connected to the High Priestess. And there are certain things in my reality, in my environment, that calls forth that part of me. And it's something that I don't know when it's going to happen. I don't decide. It's just this essence for me is magnetized to certain things that are high vibrational or that are codes for that to come out at that time. So when I first heard of John, I didn't even. Oh yeah, it was through Alex and Raya that I heard about you. I checked out his work and immediately it was just like, boom! I need to have one of those. Very, very big energy. So it took me a while to decide which one was calling to me. And I couldn't just choose one. I ended up choosing 3. I said, John, have patience with me. We took a while to like really see which ones were calling to me. And I ended up choosing 3 that were calling to me. So the 3 that I chose, can I show?
Yeah, of course.
The first one, which I looked at it and I'm like, this is it. Like if I could choose one out of all of them, this would be it.
Oh, nice.
Now,
That is it.
many of you in my community have already seen me wear this. I'm like, why is it showing so well in yours and not on mine?
I don't know.
I wish people could see how. I wonder if. I don't want to mess it up. But this is so beautiful. This is a red tourmaline, right?
Arugulite, yeah. Arugulite. And I actually made that one for a jewelry competition that I was involved with in Milan, Italy. So that one shown in Italy and got so much love from
Look at these
so many
coils.
Italians. And I was really honored that this one went to her. It was a very special one to me to make, for sure.
Yeah. I saw this and I was just like, Raquel Spring, Raquel Spring, Raquel Spring. And many of you in my community have already seen me wear this piece because I've already wore it over and over and over and over again. So here it is. This was the ultimate, like, so beautiful. So this was the first one I chose. And then I also got this one here that I showed in the beginning.
A little double terminated quartz crystal, and super zippy. That when it's double terminated like that, the energy moves in both directions, and it's no surprise that she loved that one.
Mm-hmm. All the little hearts and loves. People love it, huh?
Yeah.
It's activating just by looking at it. You can connect with the energy from the video. And then this little guy here that ended up being my all-time favorite.
Oh, the Baroque Pearl. And that one actually came back with me from Milan, Italy. There was the Airbnb that I was staying at had a bead shop very close to it, and I was like, oh my gracious. And there we go. Does that work?
It doesn't. It's not zooming in. It's not focusing. Maybe because my face is here? I don't know.
Because you're too radiant, Raquel.
No, because it's working in yours. Anyway, yeah, this one over here, I remember you told me a whole story around it. And
Yeah.
I think it had something to do with like a breakthrough that you were having with your own work. And from what I remember, this was the first piece in this new phase of your work of channeling this energy.
Yeah.
So I felt that was so meaningful because when he shared with me, it was so profound because my experience with this one here was very profound, and it was similar energy that came to you when you created. So
Yeah. And I love wrapping pearls.
yeah. So these 3 were the 3 that I got initially, and when they arrived to me, I was just so happy. So I immediately went outside to just kind of receive them with nature and Gaia, and just do a little ceremony around it. And when I laid them outside, I was instantly transported into this, these experiences that I shared that I'm just like, and I'm out of my body and things are happening.
Wow. So cool.
So and I wasn't expecting it. I didn't know. I just wanted to kind of like welcome them and give them a welcome. And I'm going to summarize my experiences, but basically, when I pulled this one over here, this was the first one that when I touched it, it immediately connected all the parts of me that had to do with what I just called the high priestess energy, for lack of a better term. These are all the codes that connect me and my awareness to all of the, ancient stages of our civilization, Lemuria and Atlantis and Egypt and so forth. And it just really connected me with that and aligned me with that with those memories and everything that I needed to receive the upgrades, the memories, the codes, and so forth. So it was really, really profound. I mean, I had a whole journey just with this one in and of
Wow.
itself. Yeah.
That's awesome. So they're like antennas, right?
They
really connected you with, not that you weren't already connected, but it amplified.
with what I needed.
Yeah.
It was almost like I was ready for that experience. I was ready for those activations or those memories and so forth. And these came at the right place at the right time to awaken that experience in me because it was time.
Beautiful.
So it is, in many ways you could look at it as just aspects of myself that had already coordinated this experience, and for me to hold these so that I could receive the activations. And then with John, when he created these, even though he didn't know it was going to come to me, his higher self was already connecting with the intention of my soul that would be receiving these.
Yeah. They're very specific. They're like some pieces I'll go to so many shows, and a year or two will go by, and I'm like, gosh, this is so pretty. And then the right person will come along, and they'll have this major experience at the booth, or when they come by my studio, and it's their piece. It's just been waiting for them, and it's so interesting how that happens.
You must hear a lot of these stories, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah.
goodness. Well, so yeah, this one here was very special. I felt like it connected me a lot to the essence of light, if you will, the soul consciousness and lineage that expresses itself through me. Whereas this one, when I held this one, it was all Gaia.
Wow.
And it was so profound because I held this one and I had a massive journey and a massive experience, like I said, with the essence of the soul that I am. And when I picked this one up, it was the physical expression of the soul being expressed through this body. And this over here connected me so deeply with Gaia. And it was actually part of a very significant turning point because today my community knows that I work very closely with Gaia in my own way, and she definitely has been merging with me in her own way, in her new essence and her new expression. And this pendant came at a time where this was awakening within me.
Yes.
So my connection with Gaia through this pendant was very, very sacred, very special, very deep. And it took me into an underground journey, whereas this one, it was like light above, right? Coming into all the different parts of the timelines here on Earth. This one was Gaia. And through the Gaia one, I was able to connect deeply through the roots of my ancestors. And it was more of like a physical, like my father, my mother, my lineage, and all of the different roots that essentially connected to the heart of Gaia. So this was very, very profound, and it was a completely different experience, and it was right after this one. Bring them on camera. Here they are. Here we are again. And it looks like my camera is a little more clear, so I think that's great. So yeah, these two, they took me on a journey, and it was definitely unexpected. And it's 11:44 right now.
Oh, awesome.
On the phone, 11:44. I love
Sweet.
it. So, as if that wasn't enough, these beautiful babies. The last one that I picked up, which ended up taking me in the most beautiful and profound journey, even of what I had experienced with both of them, because when I held this one here to welcome it, and just to give you a little, when I bring these up, I don't have an intention, except for okay, I want to just open this space for them, this welcoming space through the heart. Besides that, I don't have any intention. I am not intending for it to be cleared or changed in any way. I am just allowing my energy to harmonize with the codes and blueprints that are already here. So when I picked this one here up, it instantaneously took me into the merging of both of these.
Wow, that's incredible.
And it was so profound, and I'm getting the goosebumps, the chills, just by remembering talking about it, because this one over here, and even the white, the purity, and that's why your story, John, with this really resonated with me, because John's story with this one, he told me later as he was creating it, this was the first pendant that came through to him in this brand new stage of channeling that he was entering with this work. He said, Raquel, I don't know why you chose that one, but this is the first one that I'm channeling with a brand new energy. And it just so happened that this over here, what was channeled through this one, was that this was the third creation that was coming from the merging of these two. Gaia, right? And the soul. So in this human experience, in this physical experience where I call myself Raquel Spring and I'm in Sedona, Arizona, there is this beautiful, gorgeous, sacred component. And this is for all of us, which is the merging of everything that we are as a soul. So yes, this would be your lineage, this would, your family, your soul family. Some people here are connected with different, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, and just different aspects of the cosmos. But there is also a very real simultaneous thing happening with our experience here being a reflection of Gaia and her experience through us. This is at the end of the day about her awakening.
Right.
And we just humbly happen to be a part of her, as her. So it really is this beautiful stage that we're all in, of being aware of that and honoring that. We're not just the soul. We're not just the Arcturians or the Pleiadians. Like, we're also co-creating this experience with Gaia in a very raw and real way.
Unified field, right?
And through that merging, there is a third component that is coming out of all of this, and this is being directed by our conscious awareness of this process. So this is the brand new stage that there is no manual, there is no book to tell us what to do or where to go, because we are creating it. So this is the creation that, above and foremost, it doesn't matter where my soul comes from or what my lineage and my DNA says. I am still creating a brand new experience through the merging of both of these. And this over here was the purity of that third component being birthed through me in this experience. So it was really profound, John. It lasted a few hours.
Oh, wow.
This
Okay.
experience lasted a few hours for me, and I was like just in tears and like, totally transported in the experience. And then this one over here finally was just the last one that I got from John. This was a few months ago, or maybe a year ago,
Yeah,
where
it's
I
been
was
a
like, John, it's been some time. I think it's time for me to get a new one. And this one just immediately called to me. It just represents the heart and
I think
such
we're at
yummy energy.
crystalline convergence. When you grab
Look
that
at
one.
this in here, how gorgeous.
And that's a sunset aura quartz, and it's a very, it's got these very unique colors to it. I've worked with sunset aura before, but this one just has an extremely new earth sort of colors.
Yeah, it really is. To me, this over here, when I saw it, the first impression I got was new earth energy, new earth energy, new earth energy. The colors, the shape, it's so heart-opening, it's so new, it's so yummy, it's just perfect. So,
Nice.
of course, my 4 planets in Libra just went straight to the best. Every time I wear this, people that know John Ferris's work, they're like, where'd you get that one? How'd you find it? I have an eye for it.
Right?
Anyway, so it was a really profound moment, a profound experience, and so profound that I ended up journaling it and documenting it, and I came across that the other day. This happened in 2000, it was either 2018 or 2019. It was a while ago.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And I have, for those of you that go to my website, you will see Raquel Springs. She actually, when she got these, she did this whole photo shoot. And
it's true, I did.
she's forever on my website.
Oh my gosh.
Not the one you
John.
don't like.
Okay, I was gonna.
Not that one.
I know. I was like, John, not that one. I actually did a photo shoot. I don't know if Seth is still here. Seth is the one who was my photographer at the time, and I was just doing some photos for my website and my work, and I was like, let's feature these babies. So we had some nice photos with these.
Yeah,
and,
that was awesome. So.
But anyway, thank you. Is there anything that you want to share about just, I don't know.
Oh man,
Did you feel anything come up as I was sharing this, or?
I'm just so honored to be a part of your journey, and that you so appreciate my work. And I would have to say I made those for you in advance of you ever coming across them, because like I said, it's each piece is for a specific person, and they'll come up to the table and have experiences.
Yeah.
Some people don't feel them, and then somebody else will pick it up and they'll start crying, and it's wonderful to see who these very special amulets go to. And I am so honored to share my gift. This is my service work at this point in time, and I feel those that are called to the work are, like I said, moving into a new level of their lives. And I love doing custom work as well, because what I'll do, like if Raquel ever wanted a custom piece from me, I would be tuning into her higher self and then getting the codes and frequencies that will best match her next level of her life.
You do that too, right? Custom make. Ooh,
yeah.
Maybe we should talk about that. After you heard my stories,
Right?
Yeah, that would be amazing. So if I come out in one of my videos with a new piece, you guys are already going to know the story behind it. So the preparation. But one thing I love about John's work is that it's so unique. You see it and you know it's his. I love that. I love that. It's not like one more.
Style,
So if I come out wearing another one of your pendants, I think people are going to know right away, oh yeah, this is John Ferris.
So awesome.
And I feel like, I think I told you this already, but I feel like what happens with these crystals is like John chooses the crystals that speak to him, and then he creates this pattern around the crystal. And the pattern that he creates, it allows the crystal to project that energy in a more efficient way. It allows the internal structures of light from the crystal itself to be amplified through the wire wrap that he does.
Yeah, the amplifying.
I think I'm explaining it pretty good.
Yeah, you're doing great. It's a
but that's how it feels.
Antenna. Yeah.
That's what it feels like. It feels like your work just kind of it just supports the intention of the crystal, and then it amplifies that.
Yeah, it's not overdone.
It's not just pretty stuff.
Yeah, they're very intentionally made with heart-opening frequencies, and each one of these has its own unique style to it, and I am not in charge of that. I'm the guy that's handy with the pair of pliers, and I always say that.
Well, John, you got the whole magician thing going on. Who here, raise your hand, who here feels that? I feel like this Merlin, Lemurian, magician, also high priest, if that exists. High priest, does that exist?
Sure.
I feel that. It's very strong in you. So I feel like whether you're cooking a meal in your chef days, your days of being a chef, or whether you're doing this, is you can channel that energy.
Yeah.
That's what I feel.
Indeed.
So anyway, I love to show John to my community and just share your work, because I think it's a very beautiful, and my 4 planets in Libra, that's very important. It's gorgeous, it's elegant, it's beautiful. And the number 2 is very high vibrational. It's just fun to look at. It's fun to tell stories, and I just thought it'd be a nice thing to share, more spontaneous with my community, other than all the YouTube updates for the month. So it's a little bit more of a fun video here.
Exactly. I'm just so honored. She's just a rock star in her own right, and so much love for this woman. So
thank you. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, if you want to get to know John and his work, you have like a Facebook with all these pictures and stuff,
Yeah,
right?
John Ferris, Farris,
Yeah.
or John Ferris Visionary Arts, plural, .com. And you can find, if you go to my Facebook, you can find my link to my website, which has my links to all my other platforms that I operate on. And I'm just really honored that you wanted to spend a little time, you guys,
Thank you, John.
with me and Raquel here. And Raquel, I'm just so honored that you wanted to spend a little time with me as well and share your stories about the amulets. It just means the world to me.
Thank you, and much love for everyone in John's community as well. My name is Raquel Spring.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, you can just find me by my name, Raquel, Raquel.
Yeah.
And spring, as in the season spring.
Yeah.
So if you just look for Raquel Spring on Facebook, Instagram, and raquelspring.com is my website.
Yeah. And she's just the best astrologer ever. And, very knowledgeable, and she has a website with a membership site if you're ever interested in having her mentor you. And how does that work? How does your...
I love community. For me, it's just all about community. I have a school where I teach astrology. We have our community where we have free Facebook full moon lives. There's many ways where I connect with my communities around the world. So yeah, you just pick and choose how you want to participate and interact. And there's private sessions with me as well. And yeah.
And I'm inspired as well to... I haven't done a Studio Sunday in a long time, and being around Raquel and all that, she's just ramped up all the time with putting out amazing
Videos.
Content and service to you guys. So I will be I'll be planning that maybe next Sunday. I'll do a live, put an amulet together and spend some time with you guys, and I really appreciate all of you, and good to know some new people over here in Raquel's community, and thank you so much, guys.
If you're ever around in Sedona, maybe you'll stop by for a cup of tea with John and I.
That's right.
Much
Beautiful.
love. I love you. Happy Sunday.
And there we go. Let me get mine here too. Take care, guys. I love you so much. Thanks for spending some time, and have a wonderful day. Meow. Nice. That went well.
Yeah.